have a new face to the class of 2025. We have Triple H, who was going into the Hall of Fame as an individual. We're talking about strictly the accolades of a Triple H going into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, they were not going to put this guy into the Hall of Fame as just any member of the Hall of Fame. He is very, very clearly headlining this class. It's all a matter now of who's going to join him. That's a conversation for another day as far as who's going to join him. I'd like to focus more primarily on the man himself, Triple H, the game. Do you think it's unanimous by this point? Is there anybody on earth that's really going to sit here and tell us that he's not Hall of Fame worthy?
We can celebrate Triple H on every Hall of Fame. I'll be cool with that.
I could make an argument long before he ever became
His
COO.
story, though, dude.
His story?
That man was left to die. Everyone, he was not supposed to survive in that company. He wasn't.
He wasn't.
They fucking left him.
They did.
He had the stigma of, we're going to fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's dead. He's not getting a push. He's nothing. He's done.
They told him to his face.
He's
for every
fucking
time they
done.
left. For every guy that left, we're going to lash you on television.
Yeah, and he sat and took every... Dude,
they
go
took
ahead.
everything
I'm sorry.
from him.
Dude, you hit... Listen, I got a special place in my heart. You want to talk about when someone goes, that one's going to fucking kill me, dude. Triple H is... Dude, go ahead.
And he almost did. And he almost did.
Yeah. Which is why I got tight when niggas was talking about, is he going to come back? Shut up. Leave him alone. He does not need to do anything, please.
He, we could sit here and run down the resume, but I think it's something that everybody already knows. We don't have the time for that. You could sit there and say, well, does he have any memorable moments? We don't have the time for that. Well, yeah. Does he have any storylines that really stick out? We don't have the time.
Don't have the time for it.
Is there, what about...
I'll tell you what, we could do it Triple H Appreciation Week. We can set it out.
We could do a whole 2 hours on that. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
if it says anything about the person, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to sit here and say, and there's some truth to it. So this is a part of the conversation I would like to have on the podcast. That a lot of people are really, really excited right now because of the way that he's been carrying the company since Vince's departure. And B, even before Vince's departure, that ever since he got out of the ring, he's been a really good executive for the company. He brought in some really great talent back in NXT when he was running NXT, when he was the front runner for that, and he was putting together those cards, those shows with that talent. There's a lot of people who are going to sit here and say, yeah, the whole Papa H era has been very, very nice, but they refuse to let go of, and there's truth to it, of the kind of guy that he was before the retirement when he was still an active competitor in the ring. The way that he would do the racial jokes on television. The way that he openly admitted to being involved in fucking Brett over in the Montreal Screwjob. The infamous Golden Shovel era when he was the unstoppable force as World Heavyweight Champion and just kept blowing through as many popular superstars as he possibly could as they fed RVD and Edge and just go down the line of all of the guys who should have been top stars that were fed to the beast that is Triple H. There are a lot of individuals that will hang on to those moments. And I would say in response to those individuals, if that's enough for you to put him down a peg and bring him down the pedestal for you, that's totally your choice and that's completely your thing. I'm not even going to insult you about it because those were pretty bad times, right? And we're including some of the people that we're talking about now. Triple H and CM Punk are doing videos together online now where they're joking and they're laughing and they're happy, but 10 or 15 years ago, that was not the case. They hated each other's guts. Bryan Danielson is one of Triple H's good friends in the later days of the WWE when they were active competitors at the same time. Was not the case 10 or 15 years ago. As a matter of fact, Triple H on many occasions would shit on Bryan because Bryan was in Ring of Honor doing his thing as the champion and he was using the moniker the best in the world, and people actually started to believe he was the best wrestler in the world, whilst Triple H is on top as the world champion, main eventing WrestleMania, and he's looking around going, how the fuck is he the best in the world? I'm the one on the big stage doing all the big shit. And so there was a lot of resentment. A lot of the guys that he called up in NXT, before they got called up in NXT, he would shit on. Because he wasn't a fan of the independent style. He wasn't a fan of the overseas stuff. He didn't like the New Japan
that
stuff.
just sounds like being a fucking competitor. I don't see anything
and I
negative
think that's
about
what
that.
made the transition.
Like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck that you care about that guy. Fuck him. He sucks. I'm the best.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I really don't understand that.
I'm in the same boat with you. And I think that sometimes the people who aren't competitive and who don't compete and don't have the ability to do it on a high level always look at someone like that and go, you know what? You should be humble.
Arrogance, right?
Yeah, you should be humble. Why should I be humble? Because you can't keep up, right? Is that what you're saying? Because I've seen Simone Biles. I've told this story on the podcast before. She summed it up the best way I could possibly. No one has summed it up better than me ever in my earballs, okay? I've never heard anyone say it any better than Simone Biles. Simone Biles said on an interview on fucking television, if I execute the way that we plan on me executing, by the way, Simone Biles is a world-class gymnast, for those of you who don't know. If I execute the way that I'm supposed to execute and the way that we have it planned out, I don't lose. If I slip up, if I half-ass, if I make a mistake, then everybody else has a chance. But if I hit the way that I'm supposed to hit, I don't lose. And people would look at that, arrogant. No, it's fact. Her stats prove that. It's fact. Michael Jordan has never once said, I'm the best player in the world. The best answer that he always gives is, not the best player in the world. I'm not the best player ever. That's what he says. But the reason he always gives is, well, it's hard to compare eras. It's hard to compare this. It's hard to compare that. It's very hard for him to sit there and say, I'm the best basketball player in the world. He has other people say it for him. Other people say he's the best in the world. That's exactly. They say that he's the best in the world. So there's two schools of thought.
There's a reason why we even still talk about Jordan, to be honest with you. He should have been out of date at this point, but there's a reason why they still talk about him.
There's the reason why he's still the bar.
Yeah.
There are people who were born in the early 2000s who never even saw him play, who just see the clips, who see some of the games on YouTube and go, fuck, he's the best. So to bring it back to Triple H, every time you try to tell anybody how great he is, well, he wouldn't have been successful if he wasn't friends with the Clique. Well, he wouldn't have been as successful if he didn't marry Stephanie. Well, he wouldn't have been as he just continues to do it anyway. He just continues to do it anyway because he's him. He's been him for a long fucking time. People forget the Clique, when the Clique was together, the Clique, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Triple H, and X-Pac. In that car, 4 people are drugged up to the hilt and can see numbers and can taste colors, okay? One guy is not. The guy driving the car, that's Triple H. Only Triple H will sit there and look at you and goes, hey guys, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I really only fucking go to the gym and talk about wrestling. And still he's one of the guys.
Well, yeah, because you need that guy.
Yeah, everybody needs a DD, but sometimes DDs can be bitches. He wasn't a bitch.
No, I don't even mean DD. I mean, that was just a bonus. But, like, if someone has that level of work ethic, like, you're going to draw greatness to you, dude. When you work hard, like, you're going to get to a high level. I mean, that's just the way life works.
Yeah. He's always, like you said earlier, they looked him right in the face and said, Kevin left, Scott left, Sean Waltman, X-Pac left, Sean's the champion. I can't I can't touch anybody except you. So we're gonna touch the fuck out of you.
Yep.
You are gonna be doing jobs left and
Yep.
right.
Yep.
You are going to be putting over talent from here until the end of the goddamn decade, whatever
Yep.
it takes. And he showed up every fucking night,
Every time.
and
He
did
did
it.
what was best for the business.
They took his King of the Ring away. That ended up being good business for Steve Austin, but they took his King of the Ring away.
Hey, you didn't see him tweet, I guess I'm not famous enough for King of the Ring.
You know what? They didn't have it back then, but even then, I don't think he would have done that.
Of course not. Of course he fucking
They took his Intercontinental title away. He was going back and forth for Goldust for a while. They pulled him right out of that. He had nothing. They stripped him down to nothing, and he went from doing a job in an Arkansas hog pen match to running the fucking company.
Yep.
I think that's a Hall of Famer.
It's a Hall of Famer, man. His story is insane. He's the epitome of just lock it down and get it done, dude. And that's just kind of what he's just done.
You know what?
That shit is to be at such a high level, with so many high level people that you're making progress. You're at the top, and next thing you know, that stuff happens, and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna dump on you. Like, how many people do you know in your life that's just gonna be like, all right, it's grind time. I'm gonna get back up there. I don't give a fuck. I'll job and lose everything, but I love this business too much to walk away because I'm upset. Like, who do you like, dude? That's a different person, man. I couldn't. I would have been a little bitch. I'd have been crying the whole time. Nope. Did the job, dude.
There's a lot of people that love him. There's a lot of people that hate him. But I think the one thing I think both sides can agree on, there's a really big word that describes Triple H. That's discipline. This dude, when he wants to fucking do something, he cannot be stopped.
Nope.
This motherfucker willed almost half that resume. He willed that shit to happen.
Yep.
He was so good at what he did, he started banging the boss's daughter, and the boss was A-okay with it. Please fuck my daughter. God damn, you're great. God damn, you're great. You're so great. God damn it. You can't date any wrestlers except that guy. That guy's awesome.
That guy's fucking awesome.
You fuck him all you want, and fuck him she did. They got mad kids now.
Yes,
their oldest daughter just went to college.
Huh?
Their oldest daughter just started college.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know.
We're old now.
Yeah, I know.